So this is the backpack that I took on the trip with me. It is a North Face backpack, and I think it's like a 31 liter backpack. I forget. Oh wait, here it is. It's the Recon. I think it's 31 liters. And so it has the two side pockets that normally get used for like water bottles. But for this trip, I put my my neck pillow in this one, and it's a blow up neck pillow, so it's really easy to compress down and fit in here. And then in this other side, I had put my tripod and my umbrella in order to make sure that nothing got stolen. When I cinched these compression straps, I put the strap through the umbrella cord, like right here, and actually I had wrapped this around the head of the tripod and cinched it so no one would be able to get the tripod out either, and then this would go through the cord and I would snap it together. So that makes sure that nobody takes my stuff. And then I had my hat in here. I actually bought a hat on the trip, and it is right here. I already took a picture of it, and it's really cool. It kept me warm. I was really cold one night, and I forgot my hat at the hotel, so I just went ahead and bought another hat. And it's cool because the poof actually comes off the top of it. So I unsnapped it, and I could put this part of the hat in this pouch, and then I just put the poof inside this other pocket in here. So then I have this other pocket here on the front of the bag, and in here I keep, let's see, some stuff that I need for when I fly, or it's just kind of like random things that I brought with me in case I'm with them. So in here I just have like a bunch of tea bags, so that if the flight got really cold, because I get really cold when we fly, I would have my own tea bags if I wanted to on the airplane. So that's mine. I bought that. And then I don't have the bag anymore, but I normally keep this in a bag. Sorry, guys. This is just a purple face towel, and it's one of those like quick drying microfiber face towels, and I use this on the plane when I'm on the go and when we're changing flights. So if we have really long flights, like, 6 hours long or something, even if it's only a couple hours long, it's really nice to be able to just get off the plane, go in the bathroom, and, even if it's just in the airport, you can wash your face really quickly and just kind of like freshen up. And then I just put the wet towel back in the Ziploc bag so that it doesn't get anything else in my backpack wet. So I have that. And then the only other thing I have in here is this, and it's just a pill case. I don't have anything in the large section of it right now, but I just have like Advil and ibuprofen in here, and Excedrin. So that's that. And that goes with me on every single trip. And the tea bags kind of do too. Actually, all three of those things do. Okay, so I know I got a lot of questions about souvenirs and packing, so I already took pictures and I unpacked my my carry-on. But so this is the backpack. I have not unpacked yet. We just got back late last night, and so I'm unpacking as I'm doing this video. So in here I keep my toiletries bag, which is just right here, and it's the official carry-on size that they let you through security with in the airport. And I think I got this at the Container Store. It was like really cheap, and it's nice. And then in here I just have all my liquids, and I also keep some like face masks and stuff in here, because when you fly, your skin dries out. The air is so dry when you fly. And so I keep a couple hydrating masks in here, and when that way when we land, I get to the hotel, I can like immediately start treating my skin or something. Or if we have time, if everyone's asleep on the plane, I'll put the mask on and go back to my seat for like 20 minutes, and then go back to the bathroom and take the mask off, and like mid-flight, if it's, like I said, if it's an overnight flight and people are asleep, so they don't see me walking around like a zombie, they don't get scared. So this is my liquids, and I love these bags. They're super cheap, and I did get this at the Container Store. So then what else do I have in here? Oh, so I have a calculator. I know I have, you know, a cell phone with a calculator in it, but on the off chance that my cell phone died while I was, you know, walking around, I usually keep this in my purse. And that way, even if you go someplace and you don't know, you know, the language, you have a calculator, and all you have to do is say the currency to the person, and they can even type in here how much whatever it is that you're asking about costs. So it's really nice to have this as a backup. This is like 99 cents at the dollar store or something. And then what else do I have in here? Oh, okay, let me take this out first. So this is all my electronics stuff in here, and it's like a see-through bag. So it's all my chargers. For my cameras, my cell phones, like extra batteries, I think right here. And then I also keep my cords and memory cards, and then the adapter that I used. This worked for everywhere except London. London, they use a different outlet prong style than this. So I did not have this I couldn't use that when I was in London. Let's see what else I have in here. Kind of exciting. Oh, first of the souvenirs out of the backpack. What else do I have in here? Okay. So these two things. So this is just an empty, like shoe bag. And I love these because a lot of times they're waterproof. And so if you have anything that, like if you don't have a wine bag or something, and, you want to bring something back, you're afraid it's going to leak, you don't have Ziploc bags, just go ahead and put it in this bag and wrap it up, or if you have something dirty, and you can put it in here, and it doesn't get all your other stuff dirty in your bag, and it compresses and whatnot. So that's that. And then for the first of the souvenirs, I know you guys are excited about this. Hey Andy, come here. I need your hand. Can you help me open this bag? So in here, I have the first of the souvenirs that are getting unpacked. So these are all like wooden spoons and spatulas that I got in Krakow when we were there. And these are awesome because they're all handmade, locally made by people that live like in the area. So nothing is, you know, hey Pepper, nothing's mass produced. This was all like handmade stuff that that I got at the market. So first of the souvenirs, guys. Okay, so let's see what else I have. Let's see. I think that might be it. I don't think I stuck anything else in here. Let's see. No, I think that was it. Normally I keep like a pen or something in here, but I took it out and put it in my purse because I had to fill out customs cards. So, okay. So next pocket is the big pocket. Give me a second here. Okay. So sorry guys, I just had to pause it for a second so I could open up the big pocket. Okay. So then it's the backpack again. Big pocket. What do I have in here? Okay. So first up, if this is gonna fall down, I take this with me on every single trip, and it's just an old pouch that I had from one of my carry-on bags. It came inside of it that I don't own anymore, but you know, it's a pouch, so I love pouches, and you can always use them for something. So this one, I can tell this one has my eye mask in it that I use when I fly. Let's see what else I have in here. Yeah, it's my sleeping mask. And then I keep a couple hand warmers in here because, like I said, I get really cold on the plane sometimes. Although we were lucky, the flight this time, both flights there and home, they were not cold, so which is pretty unusual. And then in here, it's just a pair of like gloves for your hands so that I could put either some like lotion on my hands and then put the gloves on so my hands don't dry out. Like I said, I get really dry skin when I fly, so let me just put this over here. That's that. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So packing tips. All right, I love it. I love luggage that fits in other luggage and is either, you know, you can compress it or anything else. because it really helps kind of protect your stuff, anything that you might buy or anything you take that you don't want to break. So this bag, this is actually Andy's. We switched it up this time. This is, it kind of looks bigger than it actually is, but this is a little really small day pack, and you can see like this size of my hand in comparison to the bag here. This is just like a day bag that we have. Like I said, it's Andy's, and so I put souvenirs in here. We switched it up. Normally I use this one. This is a PackSafe packable day pack. It's right here, the PX15, and it just folds up into this little pouch, and then this pouch actually is the inside pouch inside the backpack, so you can use it to put other things in once you know, take it out of here and whatnot. So I actually used this on the way over, and then on the way back, we switched, and he used this one, and I took this one because he had more things that he could carry in this than would fit, you know, in there for me. So, and in that same green, in this one, when I flew over, what I normally do is this will have, like my pajamas on it. If it's an overnight flight, you know, I pack pajamas, and so I put them in here, and I also put like a small portion of like some of my toiletries, like within this toiletry bag. I have things in different Ziploc bags because as long as it fits in this quart size bag, they don't care. So I just break them up, things up in here. And so anything, you know, once I get on the plane, I can easily, or get through security, I can easily take something out of here and put it in here. So then when I get on the plane and, you know, after everybody eats and everything, you know, everyone's ready to go to bed, I can just pull this outside of this, and I can just go right to the bathroom on the plane, and I get changed, and I can wash my face, you know, do anything that I need to do, and I'm back, and I'm not sitting there trying to like dig through my backpack and find like everything, and it's just a mess. So all I have to do is pull this out, I'm ready to go. Okay, so for the way home, though, for getting all the souvenirs back, I put my things in this one, and hold on. So in here, I have some stuff that I really wanted to make sure got protected on the way back. I also put my jewelry case in here. I hardly take any jewelry with me when I go on vacation. There's two reasons. One, it just takes up space, and I don't want to risk anything, you know, breaking or anything happening to it. The other thing is, you know, even if when you're not trying to look like a tourist, pros over there, you know, anywhere, they can tell who a tourist is. They can spot you, and I don't want anything to get stolen. So I never take any jewelry with me when we go on vacation that actually means something to me or is worth a lot of money. You know, I like things from a lot of different places, and you know, even some of the cheap stuff that I have, I will not take with me if I like it enough, you know, that I don't want anything to happen to it. So I really take a minimum amount of stuff. Like I think I even actually have hair ties and stuff in here. But for this trip, I actually bought some jewelry. And so rather than, you know, keeping it in the jewelry boxes and having it take up a ton of space in my luggage, I got rid of the boxes. It was just for myself, so I didn't really care. I was just able to unpack the jewelry and put it in here, and I kept it in the little pouches that it came in. So I still, you know, it was still extra protected because I'm just paranoid about stuff breaking. I think it's this pouch. Yeah, you can actually see, like, I bought things and I just kept them in these pouches to keep them nice, but then I just tucked them in here, and that way it doesn't take up that much more space. And, you know, I brought a couple of pairs of earrings, and they're in here, but I keep some of those, like, cardboard things that the earrings come in sometimes, and you just put them in here and you're good to go. So, like I said, I really don't take a lot with me. I am paranoid about getting things stolen. Just one less thing you have to worry about when you go on vacation. You don't want it to ruin your trip. So then in here is where it gets fun. So that's that. And this is a, let's see, this is, like I said, this is Andy's, but it's a black diamond. I think it's like some type of like day pack. I think this is actually like a skiing day bag. I think he got this before we went out on one of our trips to Wyoming. And it's just been a really great day bag for him. He uses it all the time, and you know, it's kind of like the perfect size. So moving on, this fit inside of there. See if I can get this open. And Andy, I need your help again. I'm gonna like kind of take this out here. Can you undo that for me? So to protect this stuff and keep it together and keep it from moving even within the bag, you know, the stuff gets jostled around on a plane, you're in an airport, you're moving around, you don't want anything to happen to your souvenirs. So the first thing he took out was this little box. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, and I need to fix it up a little bit because it's a present. So I'm going to hide that really quickly. But the other two things I got were these wooden boxes. And I got these in Poland. These I got in Zakopane. And it's a really tiny, really cute little mountain village down in southern Poland. It's probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours away. It's south of Krakow, and a lot of people outside of Poland don't know about it, but it's a really big ski and winter resort there, and they're really well known for ski jumping. They have like world championships there every year, and then in the summertime they're really well known for hiking. It's in the High Tatra Mountains, so if you're interested, Google High Tatra Mountains Poland, and Zakopane will probably come up with a few other places called maybe like a lake. There's a famous lake there called I think it's called Morskie Oko. And it's just absolutely beautiful. But anyway, so these are the boxes that I got. And like I said, they're, I like the boxes, but they also serve another purpose. When we went there, Poland and Krakow especially is famous for their handmade Christmas ornaments. And, it's like, how are you going to get Christmas ornaments home without them breaking? So inside these boxes, let me turn this around. What I did is, and this one, when we bought Christmas ornaments, a lot of times they gave us this like elaborate packaging, and that's just not feasible for coming home. So what I did is I kept the bubble wrap and just kind of like fit all of these Christmas ornaments in here and pack them in as well as I could with a little bit of extra bubble wrap. And then between that and having this on top, and then with the box closed and having everything around it, it looks like everything made it back and nothing broke. So yay, that worked. It was a win. And you guys are probably wondering why I have an ornament that looks like a pickle in here. Well, it's a Polish thing, so just Google like Polish Christmas pickle or something, and it's just a tradition. It's a Polish tradition. You hide this Christmas pickle in your tree, and whoever finds the Christmas pickle first gets like just kind of like a small special present. So yeah, so let's see here. Impacts. These are some of the ornaments that we got. And these are all like glass handmade ornaments. And the other thing is, you can get some of this stuff in the United States, but you never know if it's a knockoff from China. And, it's also going to cost you a lot more money. Buying these in Poland, it's going to cost you a lot less. So let me get the pickle out here. So there's the famous Christmas pickle. So that will get gifted to someone, but these are ours. So those are those. And then this other box, Poland is also famous for amber jewelry. So when I was there, I bought a little bit of jewelry. And this is actually, I forgot I had this in here. I should have put that in my jewelry case, like the other stuff. But these are some amber earrings that I got. and some bracelets and things, some anvil bracelets. Somewhere. There you go. So, some really, really beautiful amber bracelets that I got when I was there. And again, this stuff, if I had bought this in the United States, I mean, I spent a lot of money on these. I mean, this is 370 zloty. It's not, you guys can do the math if you want to look up currency exchange rates, if you care. But 380 zloty and 370 zloty, it would have been like double the amount in the United States to buy these versus getting them in Poland. And, you know, they're famous for it, so why not buy it and support it? And then this bracelet, this is kind of like a mountain bracelet that you can get there. So that's those. All right, guys, give me just a second, and I will move on to the next bit. Okay, so that's not it. Like I said, this is like, I think, a 31-liter backpack. So, you know, it's big, but it's, you know, you can still not have it count as your carry-on item when you fly. So it can count as your one personal item, which is really good. And, you know, they won't really question it because it's a backpack. So there is a pocket back in here. And what I do is when we go on trips, I normally make folders for different things like flights, hotels, transfers, depending on how like complex the trip is. You know, if I need them, then I have them. If I don't, whatever. But for a trip like this, we had a lot going on in between places. So I had made folders, and this is actually the tour/tickets one. So anything that we needed tickets for, like pre-printed out, and I wasn't sure if I would have access to a printer when we got over there, I printed out ahead of time, and it would go in this folder. And then, you know, anytime we got to a new place, like I could just go in here and pull out the tickets that we needed or the confirmations, because we have had instances before where, you know, we've gotten places and people have questioned things, and, you know, you can't, a printed out email doesn't lie. And then what I do is on the way back home, when I don't have anything left in here, what I do is if I have anything that's like receipts or tickets or, like what do I have in here? Anything that I want to keep, you know, that I might need later on, or that I want to just keep as like a keepsake, I can put it in here and I know that nothing will happen to it. This is a ticket from St. Mary's Basilica in Krakow that I wanted to keep. So it costs like 10 zloty to get in. So I have like that in there. Any like brochures or like pamphlets, if it's a place that I either think I might eventually be going back to, or, you know, just want to like kind of look back and remember something, I have it. So all that went in this tours and tickets folder after I didn't have anything left in there. I have like more stuff. Obviously, that's a Tower London too. So that's that. And then in here, I tucked in, this is my sleep shirt. You know, I just bunched it in there because on the way home, I packed my carry-on the night before. I didn't want to have to deal with it the morning of. You know, you never know what happens with transfers if you oversleep, which we did on this trip a couple of times. You know, everything's packed. You don't have to worry about it. You can just stuff whatever you need to in here. So this is just a sleep shirt. And I actually had pants, but I left them in London. I got rid of them because they did not fit in my luggage on the way back home. And then the last thing I have in this carry-on, a second here. Hold on. Okay. In the very bottom of this, in the biggest compartment, I had this. And this is an S-Zone camera case. And it's really cool. You can just go on Amazon. I got this on Amazon. And I have other camera bags and whatnot. But for this trip, I decided that I wanted to try this system out. And because I also didn't know if I was going to need this to protect anything else on the way home. So it has the flap, and you can actually take this off. And the cool thing about this is once you take the top of this off, this is actually big enough to fit inside the purse that I brought Like I said, I love luggage that fits in other luggage that you can nest. And, you know, so this I was able to actually fit inside my pocketbook. And this has, I brought this other little, I have the Sony GX7 Mark II, and that's in this. And then here I have a camera strap, my pack safe camera strap. It's like slash proof. I love that thing. I have an extra lens. This is a 24mm prime, just like a really cheap little good lens. And then in here I have my camera. This is the Canon 80D. So I have this with just the kit lens, 18 to 55. You know, I was really careful on this trip. You know, it's Christmas time. Like, you have to be careful anywhere you go, any time of the year. But with it being close to the holidays, I really wanted to be careful with and secure with my belongings, because pickpocketing is really bad in cities, and especially at Christmas markets where they know that the majority of the people there are tourists. So had this bag. It's really lightweight. Did not cost a lot at all. Can't remember how much it cost. And then you can also change this up. There's like a strip here. So it comes with 2 of these, and you can actually create your own camera bag within this. And like I said, it fit inside my purse. So nobody knew I had a big DSLR camera inside my purse at all. And it's big enough that I could put my camera in here, and I could still put like a wallet or something behind it and fit it in between, which is just kind of like an extra layer of protection against pickpocketing. Which I usually split my things up a little bit anyway, between the inside of my winter coat and my purse anyway, just in case. So I'm just going to kind of throw this in here right now, since I'm going to go through it anyway. And that is that for the backpack portion of my carry-on. And pretty much everything, like I said, on the way traveling to there, to Europe, I didn't have as much in there because, you know, I didn't have souvenirs yet. But I did have this camera bag in there. I had the pack safe backpack, you know, this little guy in there. Like I said, this had like all my, my pajamas and my in-flight necessities in it that I knew I was going to want to be able to access easily. And this just kind of sat on top of this, and I just rolled the top because it didn't, you know, I didn't have enough stuff to fill it. So that's that for the backpack portion of my unpacking. Stay tuned. I know I already unpacked my my carry-on, but I did take a lot of pictures while I was unpacking, and so you can stay tuned for those. I'll post all of that as well.